Living Local presents Biz Buzz 413 with your host, Jill Monson.
And before we get started with today's episode of Biz Buzz 413, a couple quick thank you shout outs. Tiger Web Designs, thanks for making us look awesome on the World Wide Web. A thank you to my company, Hop More, confidence coaching and training done differently. And of course, a huge thank you to livinglocal413.org. Welcome to Biz Buzz 413. I'm your host, Jill Monson, and I am thrilled to be back with you today. This is the last episode of 2025. I can't even believe it. We're wrapping up season 2 of Biz Buzz 413, and it is hosted by Living Local 413, which is an initiative founded by Bill Cole, a local entrepreneur, to really bring together all 4 counties, Hampden, Hampshire, Franklin, and Berkshire counties, and start to make sure that people know what's going on, make sure that resources are shared, make sure that strategies that are happening in one part of the region are being, conveyed to the other. And it's been amazing. And I can't even believe that we're putting the wrap on 2 seasons of Biz Buzz. But we couldn't do it if we didn't have our groundbreaker sponsor, Home City Development, located in Springfield, giving folks homes that need them and deserve them, and working to better our communities throughout the 413. Thank you. This holiday season, we need more and more realization that everybody needs a hand up. And that is what we strive to do here at Biz Buzz and through Home City Development. So thanks, guys. If you're listening and you're interested in being on the show, we're bringing it back. We're going to take a little holiday break, come back in the new year with season 3, and hopefully have a 3, a 4, a 5. Who knows? We could take over the world. But if you want to be on the upcoming season, email me or send me ideas for topics you want to hear about. You can do so at Biz Buzz. It's 1 Z and then 2. So BIZBUZZ, BizBuzz at livinglocal413.org. So I'm really excited to wrap up the year with another Beyond the BIZ Card series feature. This is where we sort of get a little more, I hate to say get personal, but dig in a little bit to the man or the woman behind the business and find out what makes them tick. It could be a nonprofit, a political leader, a community leader. But these Beyond the BIZ Cards are really fascinating because we get to learn a little bit more about the people. So today, I'm super excited to welcome a friend, Angela Park, the executive director and co-founder of Springfield Performing Arts Ventures at 52 Sumner. Hi, Angela.
Hey, Jill. How are you?
So I know how much you love doing podcasts.
Oh, yeah, they're my favorite.
Microphones. She does not like microphones.
No, I do not.
Well, thank you for doing this one. I wanted you to do this because you and your partner, Dan, are doing amazing things. And because you're a little shy, not everybody knows about it. So I'll say to people like, hey, do you know about SPAV and 52 Sumner? And they're like, huh? And I'm like, really? So we're doing this. So Angela, let's start with tell us. So people that are listening are like clued in. What's the 30,000 foot view, if you will, explanation of SPAV, which is Springfield Performing Arts Ventures, and how does that tie into the venue 52 Sumner?
So SPAV really is the engine behind 52 Sumner. So I like to think of SPAV as like the think tank of everything that's going into 52 Sumner, all the events, all the theater, music, everything that goes on, fundraising, like all of this. I think of SPAV as a community partner. Mm-hmm. Community for us is huge and partnerships are big. I love working with other community groups and bringing them here. And I just think collaboration is huge. So when we started SPAV, it was founded solely on the love of the arts and community. And a few of us got together, Dan and I got together, and, he was really sort of the one who pushed me to do this. We had this great space. Yes, I know.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing because he is mighty. He's good for you.
He is.
He's good for you because he does push you, and I'm grateful for Dan for that.
Oh, I'm super grateful he is wonderful. He looked at me and he just said, "You have this amazing space." He's like, you've always wanted to have a venue where you could do live entertainment. He's like, this is perfect. He's like, we can do this. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yes, we can. And that was only 2 years ago. To be fair, it's not even 2 years yet. That it'll be 2 years in February that we had our first live show. We kicked off our first event. It was really to see how we could manage the space, because there's so many, pieces that go into this.
Yeah.
And we had a toy drive for Toys for Tots. So that was our first event. And again, going back to the community partnerships and bringing community together, that's really what this space is about.
Well, what I love is that so first of all, you operate as a nonprofit. You're not just another venue. And I really want to stress that to people, because the SPAV, Springfield Performing Arts Ventures, is the catalyst. And so there's I had been there last year when you did a production of Annie for school kids, and it was completely free. The school kids came during their school day and got to see a performance of Annie. And that's because you operate as a nonprofit. And so, I like to say you're more than a venue, that you're on a mission, and that mission is arts for all.
That's right.
And arts being arts of all the kinds, you know what I mean? And it's for the young and the old. But there is this venue piece. And so, SPAV being the nonprofit, the work, all the things you're doing happen in this amazing venue. And 52 Sumner should be obvious to people, but it's not, because some people don't know Sumner, I guess. Sumner Avenue, probably before you came on, was on the strip, was best known for Bright Nights. Now
right.
You're challenging, you're up there with Judy Matt and Vision, but we've got to talk about 52 Sumner. What is 52 Sumner in terms of the venue? Tell people it's the church and the history of the church, so they understand the importance of not only what you did for nonprofit arts, but what you did to save a building that needed saving.
Yeah, so this building went up for sale about 5 years ago, and I actually live in the neighborhood, and I was drive by it, and I was like, oh wow, my business partner of another business that I have was like, this would be a perfect spot for you and the after school program. And I went and looked at the building, and I really saw a ton of potential there. And I own a before and after school program for children. And I said, let's do it. So we purchased the building. I moved my after school program in here. And then, like I said earlier, we were trying to figure out what we were going to do with the nave of the building, the church. We looked at it, and this neighborhood, we lost a lot. So when Friendly's was here, Friendly's was sort of this community spot we would all walk to.
I used to work at that Friendly's.
Yeah. And my kids and I, after dinner, we'd walk down.
Yeah. I think I served you a fribble once.
Maybe. I don't know. It was sort of what brought the community together. And we lost that. And we really, you talk to some of the neighbors that come in here now, because it's so cool, because it's sort of like full circle. They all walk over, they all hang out here, and they don't even care what show is on. What we're doing, because they're like, anytime we come here, it's a great show.
Yeah.
And they just enjoy coming. It's sort of like a meetup spot now for all the neighbors, which is really super awesome. This neighborhood is very tight knit. So
you took this church. It was if you are a neighborhood person, there was right across from the big Friendlies, because there used to be the little Friendlies on Sumner and the big Friendlies. Right across from the big Friendlies was this church. And you literally took, it was like 125, I think, years old or something.
Yeah.
And you refurbished it.
We did.
You put a ton of money into the lighting and the sound. We're not talking about like a little, old speaker in the corner.
Jill, not even lighting and sound. Let's start from the very beginning.
Uh-oh.
We needed a heating and cooling system in this place.
Yikes.
Yes. So we had to put heating and cooling. We put a whole heating and cooling system in here.
Wow.
We completely refurbished really the whole space. My before and after school program came in here. I refurbished everything for that program. And then it was maybe about 6 months, 7 months later, I started on the church. And that was removing pews, taking up carpet, expanding the stage, but still keeping that historical charm of the building, which was really important to me. All that rich woodwork and molding. I mean, I drove people absolutely nuts. I was like, you are not to throw up any molding, anything that has architectural like value in that richness. I'm like, we're not throwing it away.
Wait, you drove somebody nuts? No, I'm just kidding.
No, not me. I did. They enjoyed it though, I think. No, man. So I had them completely rebuild what was, the altar and turned it into a stage. And if you look at the front of the stage, you'll see all this amazing woodwork, and all that woodwork came from the front of the pews that were once in the church.
Wow.
So we repurposed just about everything in there.
Wow.
The pews went to, I row with PVRC in the city of Springfield, and one of the coaches came in and took out all the pews and repurposed all the wood, made a whole ton of different things for fundraisers for the rowing club, which was really super cool.
Wow.
So we really were purposeful on how we, made this space what it was.
Yeah, there's not one person. I mean, I've met a lot of people now who've attended various types of shows there, whether it's the Springfield Chamber Players, which is the symphony players, or they've come to a theater performance, they've come to a rock concert, and everyone says the same thing, like, oh my gosh, it's just gorgeous. And that is the truth. So, hey, so I got to ask you, we have to go behind the biz card a little, and we have to talk about, you've mentioned this other business, and I call you a serial entrepreneur because you just like, you have this like need to just keep piling stuff on your plate. But tell me a little bit more about some of what you do in addition to SPAV and 52 Sumner. You mentioned the after school program, but tell me a little bit about this entrepreneur vibe.
I love business. I love growing it. It's like a child, right? It's a little baby, and you nurture it, and it's the challenge. I love the challenge of it, right? It's like you have to figure out ways to if there's always a solution to a problem, in a way to fix something. And I think I'm definitely a fixer. But it's the challenge, and it's just it brings such opportunity, right? I don't know, it sort of feeds me too. It sort of drives me.
Yeah, no,
I love it.
I get that as an entrepreneur, my company Pop More, as an entrepreneur myself, I get it. There is this fueling that happens in this, like, that's why I gravitate to other entrepreneurs, because I love that build. So tell me so you do, I know you have, it's like you do child care transportation, you do the before and after school program, obviously SPAV and 52 Sumner, which is the nonprofit part of you. And then you also do some real estate entrepreneurship. So you've got your hands in a lot. Did I kind of cover all the things that you're touching right now?
Yeah, I think that's about it.
He's like, wait, let me think. Okay, yeah. So I always say,
you know what the hardest is? The transportation company I have for my before and after school program. That logistically, well, oh my God, that keeps me up at night.
That's so fun.
The rest of it is fun.
I love that about you. So this might be tricky because you're never short for words, but that's because I love you, and neither am I. I can't even. But can you describe yourself in 3 words?
Driven, a bit stubborn, maybe, but fun. How about that?
I love that. Driven, stubborn, and fun. And I would concur. Check, check, and check. So who is someone in the 413 who you admire, and why?
For me, so there's 2 women, and I know you said a person, but it's hard to pick, because that have been like beyond Dan. Okay, because Dan is like, really, he is amazing, and he's really gotten me sort of out of the corner, I say, because I would hide at like networking events and stuff. But 2 people Brenda Garten, Sojourn, she's like my cheerleader.
Isn't she so If people don't know, I want Brenda Garten I was back in my old radio days. Brenda and her colleague on the other station was Kathy Tobin.
Yes.
Brenda Garten, Kathy Tobin, the two television anchors for our local TV stations. I had a girl crush clearly on Brenda, and Kathy as well. Like she is, if she believes in you and you do what you say you're going to do, Brenda is your champion. She's a professor now at Western New England University. And she, honest to God, she is just one of the nicest, kindest, biggest hearted.
She really is. I feel so blessed that she sort of taken me under her wing, like really. And she's just sort of like,
yeah,
okay, do this and go here and do, get involved in this. And it's because it is very overwhelming. Every day I'm getting emails from different places and things, and you try to sort them out of what's important. And it's nice to have somebody who is like, okay, no, you're going to do this, this, and this,
It's funny. So Jen always says to me, oh, Brenda said to do it, do it.
Yeah.
Not too long ago, I was in a play at 52 Sumner.
Yeah.
And it was a benefit for Alhanza. And I was only in it because Brenda Garten called and asked me. And literally I was like, I was a keynote speaker in the morning.
That's right.
And I was like, I can't do it. And so I was telling Jen, and I was like, because I told Brenda I would consider it. And I was telling Jen, and Jen goes, Jill, Brenda asked you to do it. You're doing it. I was like, okay, ma'am.
Yeah, it was amazing too. Oh my gosh. So I am all about women empowerment, right? I really have this thing, we should all be working together and supporting one another.
Yes.
Because it's hard enough to be a woman, but a woman in business is like, oh.
Thank you.
Okay. So
preach. You're in a church. Preach.
So through Brenda, she introduced me to Judy Mack.
The mayor.
Yes.
Judy Mack.
Yes. Right. And I mean, the connections, and this woman just gets it done. I look at her, and if I could be her at some point in my life or career, I would be I'd be proud of myself. She has this ability to it's her connections, and she just gets it done.
That describes her perfectly, is the get it done. Yeah.
And I really admire that.
Years ago, I did an internship for Judy at the Spirit of Springfield. And you described, and it's so funny because words that come out of your mouth sometimes, Angela, I'm like, what'd she get in my head? I have said before about, Brenda, that I feel blessed that she has given me this gift of her friendship and her guidance.
Yeah.
And I think, with Judy too, it's like, there's days when Judy will just be like, hey, Jill, you should be doing this, or hey, Jill, you should, talk to, and I'm like, wow, how did I get lucky enough? I mean, there's a lot of people in our community, and she could have picked anyone
I agree.
to recommend. And so, yeah.
And she reached out to me when they were getting the programs and things together for Bright Nights. And she was like, hey, she's like, you know what? I want to include you in this. So just send me, and Jill, you help me with this, getting everything over to them so she could promote what we're doing here, which is just amazing. Again, women working together is it's super powerful. And I just, absolutely love those two.
Well, we don't have a lot of for you because the show today is airing so late in the 2025 season. You only have, I think, one more show left, and it's sold out. But Bright Nights is still going on. So go down the road to Bright Nights, and when you drive by 52 Sumner, you can go right on your phone and order your tickets, because there's a long list of really cool stuff coming up in 2026. And I want to talk about that. But first, I want to ask you, before my dog starts barking because somebody's walking up on my porch, what's something people are always surprised to learn about you?
I think of all the different things that I do. When they meet me, they don't realize they're surprised a little bit. They're like, oh, you did this? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm just sort of quiet about it and everything. And then they find out that I have another business and I do other things and I'm involved in. I think they're surprised at the amount that I do.
We are going super long, and I'm going to get in trouble, and I'm supposed to make it 2 parts when it goes long, and I'm not, because I just love you and I don't want to stop talking. So I'm going to ask you maybe 2 more questions, and then we'll do the rapid fire, and then you can share about some of the 2026 season. So let me ask you, what's something non-work related? That's hard for you. Something non-work related that lights you up or keeps, those creative juices and energy flowing.
It would be my kids, the support of my kids. And when I say kids, I mean, I have 3 biological children. I love dearly 3 boys. Okay. But I also have 170 little ones in my programs that keep me really, sort of really grounded, and
Aww.
they give me ideas sometimes. They think I'm crazy. I know that. And we love each other, they're my kids. But you talked about Annie, when they went to Annie, to see their faces and just the absolute love that they have for music and art, and
Absolutely.
that's what drives
Yeah.
me. Oh my God, I love it. It makes me so happy.
I've always said this, when you give kids hope,
Yeah.
which is showing them something, it's like taking a kid who's never going to, lives in the inner city to the ocean for the first time, that's hope.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
all right, we got to wrap up. So I'm going to do rapid fire. These are our fun, fast favorites. Okay.
Okay.
They're just quick questions. This is hard for you.
Yeah.
I don't want you to think a lot.
Okay.
I just want you to, whatever comes to mind. Okay.
Okay.
What was your first job?
Babysitter.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
That's my girl. Dream dinner guest, dead or alive?
Dead or alive? God, that's a hard one. I don't know. Oh, my grandmother. I would like to have my grandmother for dinner.
Oh, I love that. I'm thinking Oprah. Shallow am I?
Oh, no. I would one more day with my grandmother. Oh my God, you're gonna make me cry. Okay, go on.
No cry. Okay. As a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
A business owner.
Well, ding, ding, ding.
Swear to God, I was running the show on my neighborhood. I was the only gig in town for a babysitter. I had that on lockdown. 10 years old.
If your life had a soundtrack, what's the opening track?
Oh my God, really? I don't know.
What was that song? The song, was it Bitch? I can't remember who sang it, but remember that? I'm a
bitch. Oh my God. Listen, you know what? My go-to music when I'm like either working out or I need to be like empowered, I love myself some Rage Against the Machine. Oh, that's all I have to say.
You're the best. All right. If you could instantly gain a new skill or talent, what would it be?
I want to play the piano.
Really interesting. Okay.
I played 7 other instruments and never played the piano.
What were some of the instruments? You don't need to name all 7, but
I started at clarinet. I went to clarinet, then I did bass clarinet, alto, and then I went to saxophone for a little bit, and then I went to the brass.
Wow.
And then I learned percussion, and then I even conducted.
Holy, I'm learning more about you. So I played the flute, except I never actually breathed into it. I just moved my fingers and pretended. So if that tells you anything. Hey, Angela, what's your favorite, besides 52 Sumner, what's your favorite local 413 spot to grab a bite or relax?
Oh my God. Do you know, I love the Munich House in Chicken. That is like one of my favorites. Or I love Nadim's.
Oh, Nadim is my pal.
I love that place.
We just had Nadim's the other night. I can't get enough of it. It's like the tomb. Oh, it's like it makes your breath terrible and you can't kiss anybody for like I always call it's like, I'm married now. It doesn't matter. I can eat as much tomb as I want.
Yeah, well, good for you.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Sorry. Okay. No tomb for Angela. All right. Last rapid fire question. What's the first concert or live event you ever attended?
Oh, that's super easy. It was the New Kids on the Block.
Some NKTV. I love it.
I was 13 years old. And you want to hear something screwed up? Our parents sent us without any parent. Like, there was no adult. They put us on a freaking limo and sent us to Worcester to go see the New Kids on the Block.
Like that was the generation. Like that, we got to do those.
And I was like,
yeah, we got to do those things.
Yeah, there's no way in hell I would have done that for my kids.
So as we wrap up, just real quick, can you share a little bit of a preview of what you have going on for the 2026 season? I do know that now through the end of December, you have a special ticket for 2 of your shows until tickets either are sold out or the date comes. But so what are those 2 shows? And then tell us a little bit more about what the season holds in 2026.
Yeah, so we have early bird specials for Big Yellow Taxi, which is a Joni Mitchell tribute band. They are amazing. Last year we had them. People were actually leaving the theater crying.
Wow.
Because this woman was so like just amazing. I mean, it's a storytelling concert. Really.
Oh, absolutely.
And then we have on the 28th, this is super cool. So like here at Springfield Performing Arts, we love unique and different, right? So we have a Jay Giles tribute concert coming in called Whamma Jamma. They're never in this area. So we're super excited about that. So for both concerts, you can get early bird tickets.
Yeah. And so just so people know, those shows are both happening in the new year. They're both happening in February, but the early bird is only through the end of the year. So you got to do it.
Right.
It's a good Christmas gift too, you get for somebody. So by the way, because Dan's listening, it's not Whammer Jammer.
That's
like
right,
I was calling them.
That's right, Jill.
I got in trouble. I was calling him Whammer Jammer, and he's like, it's Whamma Jamma. I was like, okay, sorry. All right. So what else we got? We got a big, huge, in terms of reputation, the critics are calling it potentially like a Western Mass version of Hamilton. That's coming up about a month from now in January. What's that show about?
So that's about General Knox. We received a grant to put this play on, and it's for the 250th anniversary of the Revolution. And it is about the trek that General Knox took with his army and his canyons from Fort Ticonderoga all the way up through to the Armory in Springfield. So there is music. We have all kinds of music in this play. There's some rap. It's amazing. Vanna Nesper wrote the play. So it's an original for Springfield Performing Arts. She did an amazing job. So that play is on the 18th of January.
And I'll say like literally people are like the reviews so far have said that this is, people thought like, how could the story of Hamilton be interesting? Like, political, like, and so if you think on the surface, you're like, a musical about General Knox, I don't get it. And I don't really I think it's going to be boring. It's, if they're putting it up there in this idea around what Hamilton did and how it shakes up history, I think it's one that you have to see. And it is in partnership with Vanna and Springfield Community Theater, which is a division of your organization. So I wanted to mention that. Yep. So real quick, because we are super over, a couple more quick shows you got coming up in 2026 that people should be on the lookout for.
We have candlelight concerts in February. That's Taylor Swift. And then like on Valentine's Day, we have 2 shows on that evening. We've got, we have the Screaming Orphans coming back in March. They're a band from Ireland. And of course, we can't forget Mozo, Springfield Chamber Players. They have a great series this year. We had 5 concerts over the span of the year with them, or the season. And we have a show back in March, and then April and May. So we have 3 more shows with them. Chamber music, we need to keep it alive. And I feel like I'm doing my little part in having this series. It's super important, and it's a great partnership with Springfield Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah, and having Heather at the helm of Springfield Symphony Orchestra now is brought new energy and life and transformation to our city as well. So lots going on. People can find out all of it if your marketing person, me, keeps your website up to date. I'm trying.
You're doing it.
What's the website? Where can people go to find out more, to buy tickets, to know everything they need to know? What's the website?
Super easy. 52sumner.com. Our socials are 52 Sumner as well.
Yes. So check it out, 52sumner.com. We do have to wrap because I'm apparently going to get fired. This might be the last show forever.
Well, we're going out with a bang, Jill.
Thank you so much. Today's guest, everyone, is Angela Park, Executive Director and co-founder of Springfield Performing Arts Ventures at 52 Sumner. The show, of course, is Biz Buzz 413. I'm your host, Jill Monson. This is putting the cap on our 2025 year and the end of season 2. We are going to take a little break and return after the new year with season 3. We've got lots of cool guests lined up. We've got more of these episodes beyond the Biz Card, as well as our traditional Biz Buzz 413 shows. And last but not least, before I go, I want to say thank you to Home City Development. They are our first groundbreaker sponsor. We couldn't do this without them. This time of year at the holidays, I say to you, I am about spending money locally. I do applaud people who do that, but I also think don't just spend to spend this season. Instead, spread joy. because joy is the thing that will multiply. So have a very merry, whatever you celebrate, happy, and be safe during the new year. And we will see you on the flip side in 2026 with more episodes of Biz Buzz 413.
Biz Buzz 413 was brought to you by Living Local.